again. So, today we're going to learn lesson 6.4 about rearrangement of a formula. Let's start. Very often, you will find that a formula is expressed with one variable written alone on one side of the equal symbol, usually on the left but not always. The variable that is written alone is known as the subject of the formula. Consider each of the following formulae. In here, S is the subject. In here, F is the subject. And in here, X is the subject. Now that you can recognize the subject of a formula, you must look at how you change the subject of a formula. If you take the formula V equals U plus AT and note that V is currently the subject, you can change the subject by rearranging the formula. To make A the subject of the formula, write down the starting formula. Subtract U from both sides to isolate the term containing A. Divide both sides by T. Notice that everything on the left is divided by T. You now have A on its own, and it is the new subject of the formula. This is usually rewritten so that the subject is on the left. Notice how similar this process is to solving equations. Work example 4. Make the variable shown in brackets the subject of formula in each case. So for A, we subtract X from both sides. Well, that's simple enough. But for B, you subtract Y from both sides, and then you square both sides. For C, you multiply both sides by C to clear the fraction. Make the number of B's positive by adding B to both sides. Subtract CD from both sides. And then you rewrite so that the subject is on the left. Exercise 6.4. Make the variable shown in brackets the subject of the formula in each case. Applying your skills. A rocket scientist is trying to calculate how long a lunar explorer vehicle will take to descend towards the surface of the moon. He knows that if U equals initial speed and V equals speed at time t seconds, then V equals U plus AT, where A is the acceleration and T is the time that has passed. If the scientist wants to calculate the time taken for any given values of U, V, and A, he must rearrange the formula to make A the subject. Do this for the scientist. Geoff is the headmaster of a local school who is trying to report to the Board of Governors on how well the school is performing. He does this by comparing the test scores of pupils across an entire school. He has worked at the mean, but also wants to know the spread about the mean, so that the governors can see that it is representative for the whole school. He uses a well-known formula from statistics for the upper bound of B of a class mean, where S equals sample spread about the mean, N equals the sample size, A equals the school mean, and B equals the mean maximum value. If Geoff wants to calculate the standard deviation, that diversion about the mean for values of B, N, and A, he will need to rearrange his formula to make S the subject. Rearrange the formula to make S the subject. To help Geoff. If the length of If the length of a pendulum is L meters, the acceleration due to gravity is gms to the power of -2. And t is the period of oscillation in seconds. Then this. Rearrange the formula to make L the subject. Summary. Do you know the following? Expanding brackets means to multiply all the terms inside the bracket by the term outside. A variable is a letter or symbol used in an equation or formula that can represent many values. A linear equation has no variable with a power greater than 1. Solving an equation with one variable means to find the value of the variable. When solving equations, you must make sure that you always do the same to both sides. Factorizing is the reverse of expanding brackets. A formula can be rearranged to make a different variable the subject. A recurring fraction can be written as an exact fraction. Are you able to expand brackets, taking care when there are negative signs? Solve a linear equation. Factorize an algebraic expression by taking out any common factors, and rearrange the formula to change the subject by treating the formula as if it is an equation. So, that's the end of this video. Thank you and goodbye.